A warm welcome to Power Apps session to power you up with a powerful tool. This is a part of Tech Boss, a Tech Boss program from me, Thangu, to help you not just be a tech master but to be your own boss with the power of technology. These are actually based on my past paid trainings for various individuals and organizations, and you are going to learn over 100 plus technologies. So let me start with a short testimonial. This is from a top student of mine, Desmond. He mentions that if you are lucky enough to get lessons from her, I surely advise you to take up the opportunity. Now let's jump into Power Apps. Power Apps is a powerful app to create stunning applications. It is low code solutions where you don't need to be expert in coding. You can connect with various data sources and convert your idea to reality with ease. Now, why Power Apps? Millions of users are already using Power Apps, including you soon in the near future. It is mobile friendly and not much coding knowledge is needed. And it's very fun to use Power Apps. There's always something new to learn in Power Apps itself. If you master the skill, there is a huge demand for you from various organizations. Now, when you run a business, if you're a small business owner, you might be juggling many things and it might be very difficult. And Power Apps is slowly getting better and better, and it's targeting small business owners like you to help your business boom, where you can convert your ideas or your thoughts or your wonderful ideas to simple apps very easily without any coding knowledge. Or even if you know coding, it might take 6 months sometimes. With Power Apps, you can do it way faster than any other coding tool. Now, coming to the history. So, SharePoint was started by Jeff Teeper in 1998. Now, Office, it became Office 365, where all the Office products came together. And Power Apps is a part of Microsoft product, and it started in late 2015. Around 125,000 users immediately started using it from 46,000 organizations from over 143 countries. The impact of Power Apps is reaching many instantly. And a lot of features were added slowly. In 2016, it could connect with SharePoint, and in 2019, the preview feature is added, and tons of features are added regularly. Even now, there's many more features getting added. It's becoming a very powerful tool. What are the benefits of Power Apps? You can create stunning forms without much coding knowledge. Whatever idea you have, a simple application you can do without much coding knowledge. You don't need to be a expert in coding to create apps. But I highly recommend you need to know the software principles to create a simple, long-lasting solutions. And I'll be sharing some best practices in the last, so stay tuned for that. And this Power Apps can help you to create applications right from home. So you have the opportunities to get work from home opportunities if you master the skill. And this is very simple, just like Excel. It is like knowing Excel formulas. Even if you have to code, it is like coding in Excel where you have to know the simple formulas. That's very simple as that. And there are two types of Power Apps: model driven apps, Canva apps. And in the future, we have the platform based apps. But as of now, let's focus on two: model and Canva. Model is data driven, where the app is focusing on the data coming from a data source. Power Apps allows you to connect with many data sources. It can be SQL, Excel, SharePoint, and it's very powerful to showcase the data in a beautiful way. If you're not concerned much about the data source and just the form, then Canvas based app is very good. Coming to the features, it you can have a single form in the app, or you can have multiple forms with navigation between various tabs. You can pre-populate data like users. Suppose you have a project where you're migrating from InfoPath to Power Apps, which Microsoft is almost forcing, where you have to migrate applications from older to newer versions. Things like pre-populating data like user details are very simple. You don't need to write complex code, it's already available. And Even if you're from the coding background, you can still store variables and do complex calculations. And you can just drag and drop the boxes, be that text box, and you can have different types of data like image, text, QR code, medias, and just stunning, stunning different types of controls. You can simply just drag and drop and add it. And it's very simple and easy also. So we'll start with a demo to understand. So first you go to myapplications.microsoft.com and launch the Power App. Or so you can start from scratch and create a blank app, or you can connect with various data sources like Excel, SharePoint, SQL. I would recommend initially that you start with something simple and start with a template, because a template, and now I'm going to showcase a template because I'm going to showcase the features of Power Apps. As I mentioned that you can have multiple tabs and you can do calculations. So to show you all those features, I'm going to take an existing template and show you the real world type of apps. So in the real world, what will happen is you might have to follow some best practices that I will share later. But Power Apps is very simple and you can create nice professional designs like this, and it's useful for organizations and in the future for very good extranet people also. Right now, the focus of Microsoft products is like SharePoint and all is mostly for intranet or internal users or employees in organization. But slowly, if it's become external, even small business owners can be greatly benefited. So this is a simple app. So when you have this is the tab, this is the page where you're going to create an app. So you have home tab. So when you click insert, you can actually start inserting. So now look at this particular, this is a group and we have this is a HTML text. So we have different types of controls, and this is a simple label. So you have label, button, text, input, forms, media, charts. So many different types of controls are there, which you have to drag and drop. And look at this. There are various tabs and this is neatly organized. And when I run this, we have a nice app where it is just taking the user from one step to another. So you have different tabs: welcome, about, basics, and you can, and then, so depending on the action you take, it's taking me to the next tab. So this is like different tabs, and this is a very simple but powerful app. So this is a very simple app. So and you can, these are all different controls on the apps. So this is a full-fledged application, which might takes a little more time. But let's look at a simpler app. Let's say I have another simple app where I'm just showing the details from a list like SharePoint list. So here, these apps are very powerful, which is very simple and powerful, where you have the data coming from some data source, maybe SharePoint list or Excel. And this is very simple and highly used, where you have the option to search. Now, this is very powerful because many applications in the real world is all about searching. And once you find that item, and you can actually like find you can actually link to the item and find the details. So you can refresh or you can reorder. So these are the default things that are available, and you can even add a new item by clicking add. So this is, you don't have to write complex code to do the simple applications. In the real world, this CRUD application is a common application. So you can have the data in any source, and this Power Apps can be very powerful to create a simple search application. We are going to display the data in your way, and I recommend this because, like, let's look at another application which a school was asking for. Let's say they have a stationary application. They had difficulty in manually getting the details. So of course, for automation, there's another tool. but you can store the detail in SharePoint list, and there's so many benefits because you can create an application where they can see the form in a very unique and stunning, uh, simple and elegant way, and they can search for items. See, when I'm searching for staples, I'm getting this, and they can track the items in one place. So I'm showcasing another recent portal application, which is applicable for external users also, where this is in progress. Where, but look at this, it's done in it is all in Power Apps itself, and it's a beautiful page where I'm just going to add some items. So the idea is I'm connecting all the trainers, and I share many opportunities for trainers and many tech professionals daily. And currently, I do that in my Telegram group. But having a nice website, I'm creating a powerful system in actually in PHP. And I just noticed that Power Apps also has a external portal, and I'm collecting the details in Microsoft Forms. So all I have to do is connect that Excel to this, and I can. So every day I'm getting opportunities for trainers, and those who are searching for talent trainers, top trainers, they'll be able to come to this page and find the trainers they need. And those who are searching for trainers can find the trainers, and those who are searching for the opportunity can find their opportunity too. So that's the idea. And I just wanted, this is as of April 2022, this is applicable to Power Apps. And uh, long back, this external feature was not available, and really like this portal type of application in Power Apps. So this is in progress, but what I'm saying is look at the possibility, and it's neat. So most of the things are already done. Like if I have to do it in PHP, it might take a longer time, but I'm experienced and I actually like PHP now. But look at this, I can search, I can sign in, and I can actually do so much without much coding. I actually did this few seconds back, or probably 5 minutes back. I just created this. I created a new portal application, gave the name, and everything is created. So it's simple and fast. And let's let's look at another app where this is just for learning purposes to help you understand the various features of Power Apps, where you don't have to worry about the look and feel. But see, this is going to load in the mobile also. This is just to showcase what all you can do. You can actually uh, add new item, and you can add pictures, and you can click the button, and you can actually view certain details. And I can have different tabs. I can, and see, on clicking this, it's moving me to a new tab. And so a lot of features are there, where and I click it, and I can pull in the details from another data source. And and there is so much. See, I can add a video, I can add an audio, I can even take the picture. I can take your picture and store it, and I can upload a picture. So this is just to help you understand what all you can, what are the controls you can add. So let's look at, and so I'm not going to add any details here. And once it's added, just say thank you for the order, enjoy your food. And this is just to showcase what are the controls you can do. So let's go to the Power App. So let's go to Power Apps, and let's try to create a simple blank app. And let's start with a simple Canvas app, Canva demo. And I'll target tablet itself so that the dimensions are bigger. And we'll just start with create a form. So if we want to connect to a data source, we can actually connect it. So we'll say add data. And so you have Microsoft Dataverse, which has some data. So we'll just reuse that. And I'm just going to connect to the So this is connected now, and I'll just connect to this data source. So whatever data source it is, you can just see the data source, and now see it is just showing the full name, email, phone, and so you can add and whatever is visible. So every control has a property. So this is a control with a property data source telling where it should be. So let's look at how to add the data source. So this is one screen, okay? And if you want to add a new screen, you can just select new blank screen, or you can just leave it. And now if you want to add a label, see how we are just adding a label, and you can just say welcome. See, the form design, the planning might take some time. I'll share you the best practices about those things. But for now, we'll just see, if you want to add controls, you just have to drag and drop it. Very simple. And the text box, similarly, you can add. We have HTML controls, pen input, and you can add media like image, camera, barcode scanner. So based on your business need, you have to test it out. And you can also create different type of charts also, which is a common business need. And you have nice little icons also, which is very powerful. I heavily use icons a lot, which is useful for Instagram and content marketing and all for my business. So you can just use the icon based on your business need and put it there. So your creativity is needed, your imagination is the limit, and you can create many things. So AI features are added. You can recognize text, business card reader, and of course, look at this. VR has come in, and even those type of features are added. So this is really advanced. So let's just look at this. So there is no item to display now. If we have some data, it will actually display the data. So now if you want to change the data source, now uh, this is for just creating a new Power Apps app. Now if you are into SharePoint, so let's say we are just looking at SharePoint. What we'll do is, so how do you actually uh, create the app? So very simple. Go to the list and just let's go to site contents. So if you are in the SharePoint site, creating a Power Apps is very easy. So let's say Power Apps demo, and all you have to do is just let's look at this. Just integrate Power Apps, select create an app, and we just give Power Apps demo. So many things are taken care of automatically, and so if you are a SharePoint user, it's pretty straightforward to create a Power Apps right from the SharePoint list, and you don't have to worry about loading the data from another data source because it's automatically connecting to the SharePoint list. So look at this. This is a browse screen, and this is automatically done for you. So this is the search items, and this is a text search box, and look at this. It has various. So if you go into the depth now, one through practice, you will understand uh, what are look at the actions and all those things. But for now, we'll just look at what just run it and understand now. So you can actually add an item right from Power Apps. So let's say we add BB and I save it. Now it's added. Now I can search for an item called AA, and I can just select it. And if I want to delete it, let's say I refresh it, I remove this search and I refresh it. If I want to delete this item, I select it and select delete. So this simple CRUD can be easily done from SharePoint list. Let's look at the formula. So the formula is said this is similar to Excel. So if you look at this next, on clicking next, it took me to the next tab. How did this happen? We just have to write a simple formula where we are setting this screen with certain values. So we're looking up the lessons and we are changing the current lesson. So depending on the toggle value, that is, this is a toggle control, and based on that value, we are going to set the current tab. So either it's the current screen or it is the next screen. So that how does it happen? There is a function for navigate. So there are various functions based on your business need you need to learn. And the top few functions are if and update context. And so enough of demos. So we have seen what is Power Apps, what is the benefit of Power Apps. It's a powerful app to help you create apps with ease without much coding knowledge. And we saw different types of apps, model-driven apps, Canva-driven apps. We saw how to create a simple app, and you saw even the latest website or portal based app also, where external users can access. And you saw about how to add controls and how to navigate from one tab to another. So so if you go into the depth, there are various things you can do. So coming to the future, so one drawback with Power Apps now is the page load is a little slower than when you do an so I'm a coder and I really am very efficient. So whatever apps I do are very efficient. But one thing with Power Apps is when I do it for clients, I notice that the page load is a little slow. So that might be fixed in the future, and it's more easier to do apps. So if you want to create something with code, it might take 6 months following all the software principles. And more AI features are coming. Even now, you can see the chatbot, you can see the augmented reality, and there'll be more simpler forms. So the simple is better. So we'll discuss some best practices now. So coming to the best practices, first thing you have to try to reuse something which is available. So when you're new to Power Apps and you don't know where to start, I would recommend use some template which is similar to your business need and just start from there. You don't have to do everything from the scratch because the form design, everything is done, and just reuse that based on your business need. That is the best approach. And keep it simple. Don't complicate anything. The UI design should be very simple. Draw it on paper and then only start doing. And probably if you have a team, then discuss with the team, and don't complicate things. Remove the unwanted things, because as a user, when you're trying to fill up a form, you're not interested in filling so many details and probably have 4 to 5 boxes. That's a good UI principle. So imagine that you are the user, you using the application. What would you feel? So keep that in mind and keep it simple, and create a mind-blowing app. So these are some of the few best practices. Don't go to coding or formula unnecessarily. Only if needed, go for it. Avoid coding to the maximum extent possible, and uh, keep the requirements simple so that you can have a simple solution with zero errors. My focus is on having an application which will not have any errors, because that is very crucial, that your application should not have any errors. So thank you so much. You are an awesome app creator now. Not without even coding knowledge you can do. And Power Apps, there's a lot of opportunities for many people, and you're most welcome to join my groups. You can go to thango.com/groups and join the relevant group. There is tech related group and business related group. So if you're a tech learner, join the tech group. If you're interested in tech learning, you can join that. If you're in starting your own business, join the biz circle. And if you are interested in beta testing, so you might just have to have a call with me before you coming to that group, but you'll have free access to many of my paid programs. If you want to be a part of beta program, you just have to go to thango.com/beta and submit your application. So I just would like to announce some workshop that I'm doing in May 2022. So this is like a Microsoft 365 workshop. So I'll be covering uh, many many topics in Microsoft 365 like SharePoint, Forms, Excel, Access, Power Apps, Power Automate, Outlook Visio. So the goal is that I'll be guiding you step by step how to create an application with all the principles of software. I've helped probably many organizations. Probably I might have helped millions by now in 15 plus years, actual number. But It's but what are the principles that help you to create a stunning app? So that secrets I'll be sharing. So if you're interested, just email biz@thangu.com or thangu.com/techpause in 365. This is going to be a group training. So if you have already registered, so this is going to be a group training. There is a minimum number of members for this to actually happen. So if you're interested in the workshop, do register, because you're going to do and learn. You're going to learn in my playground, my environment, where you're allowed to make these mistakes, and I'll be there to guide you. And you'll be practicing almost daily. I'll be sharing exercises, and whenever all are available, we can have live workshops, and you can showcase your works to everyone. And once those who perform well can get LinkedIn recommendation too. So there are many paid programs from me. You can go to thangu.com/sp videos related to SharePoint videos or even Microsoft 365 videos, or go to thangu.com/workshop for the updates on workshops. So thank you so much. Uh, Keep watching my videos, like, comment, and share, and let others get benefited too. And thank you so much for your time. Wish you grand success with the power of technology. Take care. Bye bye.